So I'm here with Sean, who served on this Striker during the Gulf War. Would you mind telling us a story or two about that?
Sure. Yeah, well, I arrived in the Gulf War in October 15th, 1990. Yep, and we sat around in the desert and we learned and carried out all our desert drills so we could learn to live in the desert, which is a mission in itself. We got very good at that, very comfortable. And then eventually when we began to prosecute the war in sort of the February area of the year, so at that time we started the air war, February 24th, 25th. This vehicle was one of the first vehicles through the breach because I was in part of a reconnaissance regiment and our job was to find, fix and kill the enemy. So we, in light armoured vehicles, primarily for defence, would move forward, find the enemy, and then we would bring in artillery strike or air strike on the enemy. However, this vehicle in particular, which is a Striker guided weapons vehicle, anti-tank vehicle, and was capable of knocking out any military tank on the battlefield at that time. So we used to provide an overwatch and cover for the advancing reconnaissance troops as we advanced with them. So if there were any unexpected enemy thrusts in our direction, we had the capability of knocking out their tanks, which are obviously the most dangerous aspect of it. And this vehicle in particular, and myself and my crew, Calvin Bird is sitting over there, we fired the first operational swing-fire missile from this vehicle and took out an T-55 vehicle with that. Yeah, and it's a very effective anti-tank weapon at that time. Obviously, it was quite difficult and demanding for the operator to fly the missile because it was a wire-guided missile that had to be guided all the way onto the target. But once it hit the target, it was very effective.
Well, thanks very much for your time.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you. Have a great day.